Welcome, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we are unpacking a truly inspiring piece of source material. It completely challenges everything society tells us about aging, and honestly, it fundamentally rewrites the narrative of growing older. If you've ever felt like your best days are somehow in the rearview mirror, well, get ready for a major paradigm shift. We're going to break down these concepts together and see exactly how to approach life's next great chapter. Let's look at the second innings, rewriting your story after 60.
Okay, let's dive into this. Are you 55, 60, or older? You know, if you fall into this demographic, or even if you're just knocking on the door, this deep dive is crafted specifically for you. The material we're looking at today speaks directly to this exact, very unique stage of life. It's a moment that often comes with a whole mix of complex emotions, but we're going to look at it together through a completely transformed, incredibly empowering lens today. So, let's get into Section 1, a new beginning after 60. The world tells you to rest. Think about how true that really is. Society constantly feeds us this myth that once we hit a certain age, we need to, step back, slow down, and just kind of fade into the background. But here's the truth. It is time to write your real story. The societal narrative tells us everything up to this point was the main event, but actually, it was just the prologue. Now, with all the noise finally out of the way, your true narrative actually begins.
That brings us to Section 2, Life's Journey So Far.
Let's take a look back for a second. First, we have the years of youth. What were we doing? Well, we were chasing dreams, full of boundless energy, maybe lacking a tiny bit of direction, but dreaming big. Then we enter the years of adulthood. Suddenly, the focus shifts entirely to the family and the job. Really heavy responsibilities take over. We end up putting our own grand dreams on hold to provide, to nurture, and to build a solid foundation. And then, almost without warning, we hit year 60. It's a feeling of sudden arrival, isn't it? One day you just wake up, the kids are grown, the intense career phase is winding down, and you're simply here.
Which brings up the question so many face at this exact juncture. What is left to do now? It's an incredibly common feeling, for sure, this sudden sense of aimlessness. The main drivers of your last 3 or 4 decades, raising kids, climbing that career ladder, they're suddenly shifting or just disappearing entirely. And this void, this quietness that follows a lifetime of noise, it's perfectly natural. But we are posing this question right now to prepare to completely flip that perspective upside down. Which leads us perfectly into Section 3, the true power of experience.
Get ready, because here is the major turning point that changes absolutely everything. We have a stark comparison here, a 25-year-old versus a 60-year-old. Now, society often idolizes the 25-year-old purely for their youth and physical energy. But we need to look closer. The 25-year-old severely lacks experience. The 60-year-old, on the other hand, possesses battle-tested wisdom, and this brilliantly illustrates the immense, unmatched advantage you hold right now. It's something that literally cannot be bought, faked, or rushed. It can only be earned through decades of real living.
Let's break down exactly what that battle-tested wisdom actually consists of. You've seen struggle. You've defeated failures. You have built the family. You have understood life. Think about the incredible strength, the grit, and the resilience it took to survive all of that. You aren't just getting older. You are a survivor of life's greatest tests. You've navigated emotional and practical complexities that a younger person, frankly, cannot even begin to fathom yet. So why do you consider yourself old? Seriously, if you have all of this immense power, all of this accumulated wisdom, and all of these major life victories under your belt, why on earth would you let society label you as old or past your prime? It's a direct challenge to your internal mindset and all those years of conditioning. It's time to stop letting a simple chronological number dictate your self-worth.
Moving on to Section 4, age is just a number, let's look at some real proof.
65. This is the exact age that Colonel Sanders finally fulfilled his lifelong dream. Think about that. He didn't lock in his true legacy at 25 or 35 or even 50. He did it at a time when the rest of the world was telling him to retire and just be quiet. The timeline for success and fulfillment is completely in your hands.
But hey, it's not just famous historical figures. Countless everyday people are achieving incredible things well post-retirement. People are starting new businesses, writing books, beginning to study all over again, traveling the world. These aren't rare exceptions. These are the exciting, everyday realities for folks who actively decide to reject the myth of aging. All of these accomplishments require the exact focus, wisdom, and patience that you've spent the last 60 years gathering. I really want you to let this incredibly profound realization sink in. Age belongs to the body, not to dreams. Yes, the physical body changes, and that's a perfectly natural biological process we're all going through. But your ambition, your creativity, your innate desire to achieve and experience new things, those have absolutely no expiration date. Physical aging has zero bearing on what your mind and your spirit can dream up and accomplish.
Which brings us to the climax of our analysis today. Section 5, your second innings.
So how exactly do we play this second innings? Well, it requires a very clear, actionable mindset shift, and we can break it down into 3 simple steps. Step 1, keep learning. Step 2, keep moving forward. And step 3, remain youthful. Now, this fundamentally redefines what youth actually is. Youth isn't about the biological smoothness of your skin. It's entirely about the state of your mind. Continuous learning and relentless forward momentum, that is the true, authentic definition of staying young. As long as you're actively doing these things, you remain vibrantly alive.
And the absolutely crucial point is this: do not count the past years. Give meaning to the coming years. You need to make a firm, uncompromising decision today. Stop constantly looking in the rearview mirror. Stop tallying up the time that has already passed. Instead, take all of that incredible life energy and inject immense, deliberate purpose into your future. You have a massive blank canvas right in front of you, and you are the only one holding the brush.
Because your second innings has just begun. You aren't at the end of the game at all. You're just stepping up to the plate for the second half, and this time, you already know all the rules. You got the experience, you have the clarity. It's time to step into this brilliant new journey with absolute confidence and joy.
And we'll close our presentation today with this breathtakingly beautiful, poetic final thought. Life's most beautiful morning often comes after a long night. The struggles, the heavy responsibilities, the long, grueling hours of your earlier years, that was simply the night. And now the dawn is finally breaking. A magnificent morning awaits you if you simply choose to open your eyes and embrace it. So the profound question we're left with is this: what will you do with your beautiful morning? Thank you so much for exploring this with me today, and whatever you do, keep writing your true story.